Hi there, good evening. I'm Chantel,
My name is Enrico.
and we just want to talk about love beyond 50 and couples finding each other online. And just tell our story, how we met, which was online, and to give the perspective of meeting someone out in public, which I have, and I'm sure he has, and then meeting each other online for our online experience. So, would you like to start?
I'd like to start by telling you a little bit how we met. We met online. I think it was Bumble?
I don't
Or,
think
no,
it was Bumble
Facebook.
the first time.
Facebook dating.
So we met twice,
Yeah.
and the first time we met,
It had to be Bumble.
I don't really
Because
remember.
you had to like me first before I could respond to you.
Right, and that's why I don't think it was Bumble.
Why?
Because I don't remember doing that.
Well, you don't remember or being like, well, I'm not going to respond first. Let him respond first.
No, I just don't remember doing that with anyone. But maybe, I don't, but let's say it was on Bumble. And it was in 2020.
Because those were the only two sites. Just, yes.
Yeah. Okay, so it was Bumble. And after having some conversations, and then we met at Starbucks.
Yes.
And it was a good first meetup, casual. I am a fan at making it casual the first time. I no longer support Starbucks, but I just want to put that out there since I mentioned Starbucks. Okay. So anyway, we met at Starbucks, and it was a good first date that it led to a second date. And at that time, I was vegan. Right?
At that time, you were what?
I was vegan.
Okay.
Was
All
I?
right.
No, I was flexitarian. That's right.
Okay.
Okay.
So we met for about an hour. We met. We had, whatever we had to drink, and small talk. But we did agree to meet again.
We did.
We met again, and I set up a date during the week. I don't know what day it was. Could have been a Wednesday, odd day. And it was downtown or midtown Atlanta at a vegan restaurant, which I eat meat,
I still do not eat meat.
And basically, it didn't go well. She sat to the right of me on this little bitty table. But before all of that, I was like, hey, I set up a place, a vegan restaurant. She goes, oh, you didn't have to do that. I was like, no, I want to do it for you. I want to make you feel comfortable. I want to take you to some place, whatever. She kept saying it, and it didn't resonate. Oh, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. I was like, okay. Just want to do it. We met. Whatever we ordered, to me, was nasty.
It was not good. Okay.
It was nasty.
Yes.
So, we talked a little bit more there, but it was off. She was distant.
No.
She wasn't there. She wasn't present, I should say.
Right.
And I said, okay, let's just end this because it's not going well, this second date. Not as well as the first date. Paid the bill, walked to a car. We were both parked in the same parking deck. Gave her a hug. She asked for a kiss. She was leaning back on her car. Yeah. I gave her a small peck on her cheek.
I don't remember that.
And opened the door. She got in the car. I walked away. She drove off. I got in my car, and that was the last time I saw her.
Yes, but I did call him to tell him I was not ready for a relationship and to start dating. Because about 4 to 5 months prior, I just got out of a relationship. So I knew I really wasn't ready, or at least I thought I was ready, but I was not. So I think I did the right thing, respectfully, to let him know this. So now we're gonna fast forward
But before
3
that,
years.
fast forward, I don't remember that phone call.
I don't remember.
She don't remember the
Asking
date.
for
She don't even remember the date. So let's talk about that. She don't even remember the date at all. So, yeah, go on and fast forward.
Let's go fast forward. Okay.
Because I don't want to.
Let's fast forward. So 3 years pretty much to the date because it was in the month of January, where this time we met on Facebook dating. And his profile, what I can tell you, I remembered. It talked about how prepared he was, how ready he was, how his radar for his emotional intelligence. But it was a really nice profile. And he liked me and sent me a message. And I said, wow, this name sounds so familiar.
Yeah.
Anyway, we spoke we messaged for a day or two. And then we spoke on the phone for about a good 2 weeks before we met up. And I kept saying, he is so polite. So
Where I was
polite.
raised.
So polite.
Not to come on strong, not to come on offensive.
It was so great.
Because of the times that we are living in, it's like, and not to cut you off, it's like, you can say one or two things and you can trigger a person.
Yeah.
And so I've experienced that. I don't know if you have in your dating, during the COVID and all of that. It's just, you can't say, I don't know, it's just trigger words for certain people.
Right.
So basically, I just didn't want to come off too strong. But I did like you.
And he didn't come off strong. Then we met, and our first date was at Rumi's 4:30 or 4 p.m.
4:30.
4:30 here in Atlanta, Midtown. And I know the bartenders. And the first date went really great. I remembered everything about the first date. Then we had a second date and a third date. And I tell you, we've had 10 dates within 2 weeks. Yes, 10 dates within 2 weeks. And it just was easy. It soared. And here we are. So one of the things that I would like to convey is, I don't want to say gone with the days of meeting people out in public, because, that of course can still happen. I think if you are intentional and you know what you are seeking or what you ask God for, because in my Bible, I wrote down the things that I asked God to send me in a man. And I put in the Bible and I would pray. And then next thing I know, when I was least expecting it, here you go.
And wanting it.
And wanting it.
For me, go ahead. No, go finish this statement.
What I want to say is, at the time I wasn't ready, and God knew I wasn't ready, for him to bring this man full circle back to me 3 years, somewhat to this, definitely in the same month, it was meant to be.
So the second time we met, how we discovered, which till this day, when we tell people, they go, give us that look like, y'all lying. You tell them.
We went to play Top Golf in Avalon, and it was a great day.
In Georgia.
We played Top Golf. We had lunch. We was taking photos throughout the day. The weather was beautiful. And when we got back to his home, I said, hey, can you please send me the photos that we took on your phone? And he said, here's my phone and here's the passcode. And I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
wow. So that right there, I was just like, yep,
Talking about being
he's
ready.
locked in, he's ready.
Yeah.
So, and he said, there's another Chantel in my phone, but I do not remember where I know her from because I don't have any notes.
Yeah.
I said, okay. So I put in my name, got to the pictures, select, put in my name so I can send it to myself. And my name comes up, Chantel W. And I said, how is it that you have my name in your phone number, my name and number in your phone?
Old.
My old phone number, yes.
Yes.
I changed my number, so it was my old phone number. And I was like, I was like, that's me. That is me. And then maybe he was like, what?
Yeah, I
Just
was like,
shocked.
yeah, I was like, how?
3 minutes went by, and I said, oh my gosh, we had a date years ago, and we met up at Starbucks.
Now, I'm sitting there thinking like, I would know, and pretty much everyone would know. If you met a person and you meet them later on in life, not too long ago, what,
Right.
2 years, 3 years
3
ago,
years.
you'll know them when you see them, like, oh, that person looks familiar. Why is it that we spent 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks together and didn't realize that? And I always told you, I said, you look so much bigger. Meaning, like, to me, she was like taller, like more fit or something. It was like hairstyle was pretty much the same, wasn't it?
It was longer, and I didn't have my gray.
Yeah, so to me, and I'm like, can't be. So go ahead with it.
For me, I'm gonna be honest, I was like somewhat in a fog. After getting out that relationship, I just really was in a fog, honestly. So when I met you, I just wasn't really concentrating and focused on you as an individual, as a man, as a human being. I was just like, I'm really not ready. But I said I'll meet up, and I followed through because I am a person. Or I definitely try to be the person of my word when I say I'm going to do something.
Yeah.
And that was it.
But we sat there on that couch, though. That space and time.
It was weird.
Yeah, it was weird. It
Surreal.
was awkward. It was like, huh? It was all those things that you can say, like, there's no way. All of the words that you can come to think of. And then we just started talking it out, talking it through. And
then it started being funny. And then I
Yeah.
started laughing, and, yeah.
like,
So,
yeah, yeah.
again, I have a couple of girlfriends that are hesitant about online dating, but they also know other people that have been on Facebook. And again, I am not giving no props or anything to endorsements to
Yeah.
anyone, but I think with online dating, you can control it. You can control who you want to speak to, who you do not want to speak to, who you want to message, ignore who you don't want to. And again, those who know me, I always say this: when you're dating, it is about getting to know the person, and you don't owe that person anything but the truth of who you are, if that is someone you want to intentionally get to know. And it is about being intentional. And if you don't want to date, don't date. Don't go through all of that. But I would hope that people at our age, because we are over 50, and you're more serious about how you want to progress with someone in your life. And a statistic. So, 70% of people meet online. 70%.
Compared to what it used to be, maybe 10 years ago, was like 10%.
Yes.
But the one thing I want to say is a part of my experience from dating online is if we connect through the app and we talk, or some people didn't even want to speak through the app, and I thought that was strange. But on their profile, they would say, "I'm ready. I'm intentional. I've done the work, and I'm ready to find my person." But they have these barriers, these roadblocks, and so love can't get to you. And I'm glad those people who I talked to had those blocks or those guards up, because they weren't the one for me. And that's the way I looked at it. So if you're ready, be ready. Protect yourself. Yeah, speak through the app if you like. But at some point, let your guard down, ladies. Meet these guys. See offhand, don't take too long. Just see if that's what you like, and go for it.
And if you don't, you move on.
Yeah.
You be honest and you tell the person, or how people do it, I guess, the whole ghosting thing or whatever. Yeah. I'm not a fan of that, but you be honest. Have I done it? Yes, absolutely. I didn't ghost you. So, yeah. So give it a try.
Yeah.
Always put your safety first.
Yes, please. Men too.
Absolutely.
Because you got crazies on both sides.
Absolutely. And God, there's so many things. Have those conversations that are light, but again, intentional conversations, intentional questions.
No interrogation.
No interrogation, no interviews.
Because if you talk, it comes out.
It comes out.
You just gotta listen
Effortlessly.
Yeah, you got. Yeah. You'll see your flags. You'll see the things that your boxes are checked, and then you'll see the red flags too. So just talk, and it'll all come out.
And then also, you think about when you're dating, the mannerism, what you can deal with, what you cannot, what you think you can influence, not change, or vice versa. Can you see that person interacting with your children, your family, your friends, going into a work event, going to a family function? I'm not saying on the first date, but maybe during the conversation, and at some point, these are the things you start to think about. And for me, I know I thought about the support. The support has to be there. For him to support me with so many things. It's life, right? Life is always going to happen. That, or if I have a thought or an idea, instead of maybe first thing is to knock it down, to listen intently, that you do, and always cheer me on, yes. So there are
being honest, being direct,
being honest and direct,
not hurtful. You can be direct and not be hurtful. Guys, women, you can do that. It's just on you. You really can, because we're of age now that we've had life experiences where two people are putting themselves out there, and then if you don't like something, you end up just saying, hey, something that's like poking a bear. You've had a conversation with this person. If you say something and that triggers them, that conversation now is going to go left. So whatever it is, find out what you need to find out. If it's your person or if it's somebody you want to see develop, don't try to change them. I told Chantel, I said, hey, I'm not here to try to change it because I like what I like. I'm going to make adjustments in my life to fit you in, and I'm hoping that you'll do the same.
Yeah.
And that's the way I went into it every time I talk to somebody. Can we make the adjustments to make a better life for ourselves?
Absolutely. Here we are.
Yeah. So, hopefully we didn't lose you. We didn't talk your head off about all,
And keep it fun. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
With so much going on in the world, you got to have that safe haven, but you got to have fun.
Yeah.
There's going to be dark times, light times, gray areas, rainbows, and everything, but you got to keep it fun. And one of the things that was kind of shocking, we're so different. I'm an extrovert. He's an introvert.
Yeah, I can say that.
But we have so many things in common. I am a ping pong. My energy goes from the time I wake up until the time I hit that pillow.
That's about 6:30, 7
I am.
Yeah.
And he's just so, steady and it's great. And we complement each other. So that's important.
Yeah.
That's really important. That yin and that yang is so, it's some truth to that.
Yeah. And also, sometimes you have, you've seen it on, social media, that first date, keeping it light, keeping it simple, just because you got it doesn't mean you have to spend it.
Yeah, I'm not a fan, and this again, my personal opinion of having these extravagant dates, and some people might be like, especially women may be like, what?
Mm-hmm.
It's not about the money. It's about getting to know the person. And sometimes if you're just in it for the money, trust and believe, it comes out quick, fast. And, again, I understand the levels, right? If you're in your 50s, you would like to date someone or be with someone who's, doing well for themselves. And
Yeah.
Absolutely, you don't want to go so far back. But I also think for men, that doesn't matter to them, what a woman can do for them. For men, it's that respect, I believe. It's that peace. It's that harmony, feeling safe when they walk in their door from home, from everything that's going on in the world. When they step in the house, it's that
That release.
that release.
Yeah.
Of course, the support, the respect, vice versa, everything.
Oh, yeah.
It has to go both ways with the respect, that harmony and the peace, the conversations.
Yeah. Yeah, I just gotta be vulnerable, because I know this from me. I'll say this from my perspective and my experience is this. Going on dates, talking to people over the phone, meeting people, going through this process over and over and over and over. There's a point in time, I don't care what no man says or no woman says, like, I am so tired of this. I want to find a person that fits me. So when you're going through that process and you're talking to that person, you'll know. Don't force it. I promise you'll know.
Men are natural hunters, okay?
And love to hunt.
And love to hunt. And women, when a man want to be with you, he shows
You'll
it.
know.
Those actions come through.
Yeah.
Can smack you in your face. And also, if you're in a relationship and it's going great, you do not have to constantly say, how's the relationship going? How's the relationship going? Is it going okay? If you both are in the same relationship, you know it's going great. And you know if it's not going great. Either way, if you're both in that relationship, you know where it's at. You know where it's at, because the actions is a true thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you for listening, and we'll definitely have more topics. Topics to come are blended families, finances, intimacy, conflict. Our counseling sessions, we have gone through
5
counseling sessions. More to come with those. And topics from everything.
Yeah.
Our views on politics.
Life in general.
Yeah, so many. So
Being in each other's presence.
each other's space,
Yeah.
that balance of that balance of life. Yeah, so
Yeah, that give and take.
absolutely.
All right, so until next time, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for just allowing us to talk to you for a little bit, you know?
Yes. Thank
I'm
you.
Rico
And I'm Chantel.
with Love Beyond 50.
Have a great day.
See you next time.